Hey everyone, it's Tokyo, back with another Palworld build. Last week you guys asked for Skyrim's nostalgic village of Riverwood, and I promised to bring Seda Neen to Palworld next, which is still going to happen, just not in this video. I had major challenges trying to recreate Morrowind's interesting architecture, so I had to take a step back from the design. In the meantime, I figured this would be perfect timing to present the mega base I've been working on over the past couple of weeks. Inspired by my most trusted companion that's always got my back. And as a thank you, I'm gifting this enormous fortress to her and all the Dark Element pals. Because they're not meant to hide in the shadows, they're meant to rule. Welcome to the Nightfall Citadel prison, where fugitives never escape. All right, guys, we're diving into one of the most ambitious builds I've ever tackled. A massive Dark Element PAL base that doubles as a human prison complex. But before we jump in, I need to give you fair warning about what you're getting into. This won't be your typical step-by-step tutorial, mainly because we'd be here for hours. Instead, I'll walk you through the major build points to get you started on your own version. But first, there are 3 crucial things you need to know. Throughout the video, you'll notice some footage looks vanilla, while other parts are modded. I'm doing this deliberately to show that the only difference is visual. The build mechanics are identical. Anyone can create this, and honestly, it looks incredible in both styles. Second reality check. This entire complex spans 3 PAL boxes. We're talking massive scale here, with significant time and resource investment. This isn't a weekend project. It's a commitment. And here's the big one. This is not an easy build. You'll be redoing layouts, modifying sections, and constantly adjusting to make everything flow aesthetically. The real challenge, making this prison system look like it was always part of the existing castle ruins. You can build inside the fortress, but not directly on it. The building system won't auto-align with the existing structures, so you're placing everything freehand. It's tough, but once you nail those foundations, the rest becomes pure creative freedom. Still with me? Good. Now let's get building, starting from ground zero.
Surprise! Bet you guys weren't expecting to see me. The one and only Rin. While you were busy with the boring tutorial stuff, I've been itching to show off what we actually built here. So let's get moving because we got a lot of ground to cover. We're starting at the production base underground entrance. Think of it as a sort of protection tactic to isolate intruders to the sub-level before they have time to reach the main floors. Above, we have the first level of production lines and storage laid out on the perimeter to keep things open and easily accessible. Moving to the second floor, we got more assembly lines and storage laid out in the center to change things up. Up next, we're headed to the upper platform where we have the PAL beds and central command tower. This next area is an added extra that's not technically part of the main base, but a cool addition when you need a place to rest and rejuvenate after those intense expeditions. We've made it to base number 2, where we got all that crude oil extracting and food production happening. Cooking supplies are up here, with a nice view overlooking the entire complex. Most of the food growing is lettuce and tomatoes, to make that necessary salad. And at the very top, there's 2 skill fruit tree spots just waiting to be utilized. On the subfloor, all the PAL beds are tucked away. And at the very bottom, we got a ranch, essence condenser, and crusher. Finally made it to base number 3. My personal favorite, it's where all the mining happens and where the prisoner cell blocks are. Back here, there's a lounge and tavern set up for some downtime. For the pals, of course. Then there's all the mining stations laid out, starting with the large ore site. Necessary workstations up top, followed by the rest of the mining area. We came through the back entrance that connects all of the bases, but this is the main entrance access point. And lastly, the human prison cell block that's carefully guarded by our trusted companions.
And there you have it, a triple base build to produce a human prisoner fortress. For anyone attempting this build, remember the warnings. It's massive and will test your patience, but the results will speak for themselves. If you have any questions or need help with this build, don't hesitate to comment below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this enormous masterpiece, hit the like button and subscribe for more ambitious Palworld builds.
And share the build if you make your own version. I want to see the madness.
Until next time, keep building,
keep it interesting,
and I'll see you guys
in the next creation.